welcome to this Mwananchi radio show where we are going to discuss matters politics, and so we call it Politico for today. Well, I also have guests with me. We are going to discuss a lot of issues from Mandamano, the finance bill. We're generally going to talk about all the things around politics that are actually affecting us in the country as we speak. Well, there's quite much that is happening, as we all know, but I'll give a chance to my guests to introduce themselves before we continue with this conversation. Hello, my guest.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Future Kuma. I'm 21, a youth in Kenya, as you all know. I'm a Kenyan. So today we are here to discuss about the current politics. Thank you very much.
Okay, welcome, Chuma. I love the name Chuma, but we're going to talk about that name Chuma. Let's talk with this other guy. Tell us about your name, what you do, maybe.
My name is Odiwor Agre. It's important that the Odiwor comes first, since it's my African name. I'm a political commentator, and I was, of course, a young upcoming politician, and hopefully the next MP for Mavoko constituency.
Wow.
Yeah,
Amen.
so... the current MP should be aware that he's only remaining for around 4 years to sit on that seat.
Before Agreed takes it over.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite interesting and very ambitious. I wish you the best, even as you continue, not just dreaming, but of course working towards your dream.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about politics, Politico. We are facing quite a, I don't know who will answer this first, but the political mood in the country is not quite sober as we expect it to be. We expect that after elections, then we are supposed to be living quite in harmony, bearing the fact that we always politic for many years, for most times. We don't expect to be politicking at this moment. What is happening in our country? Is it normal? How do you make of it?
If let me start by saying, if a foreigner was to arrive in Kenya today, he or she might think we have an election the next 1 month. It's so unfortunate that 10 months after an election,
Yes.
Kenyans are still grieved. Kenyans don't want to accept the outcomes of elections. In as much as democracy is a fallacy, then we must accept its outcomes. I personally am not a fan of democracy because I know a bad system will always defeat a good leader anytime, anywhere, any day.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are in a very bad political mood, political situation.
Okay.
People on the streets every day. Yeah, and this is so frustrating. Yeah.
Let's talk about the mandamanos. Let's get to the point. We are currently facing a lot of mandamanos, protests here and there, the riots, the police, the Mwananchi. What do you think about the mood, the political mood in the country as we speak?
Okay, to talk of Mandamano specifically, I think as a country, we are doing so much to get to where we want to be. Yet we are not working hard, like we are doing the wrong thing to get where we want to be without putting any effort economically. Just like you see the Mandamano, like last week we had 3 consecutive days of Mandamano. That was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Okay.
If you calculate on a sober mind,
Okay.
you'll find that business people lost a lot of money, a lot of businesses were destroyed, a lot of things happened that are bringing us down as a country.
Okay.
So for me, I don't support Mandamano. I don't take sides in politics, but I feel as a country we have failed, and that's why we are doing the Mandamano stuff. I know the president has not yet delivered, but I think we should still give him some more time. He's already the president. We can't change that. We still should give him some more time to deliver, if he will deliver. If he won't deliver, it's still okay, but he's already the president. We should not be doing this Mandamano thing. And when you even look at the larger number about Mandamano. Watu wanaandamana, just to be honest, you won't find someone in Karen akiandamana. You won't meet Ruto's or Raila's son akiandamana. You will always meet these people from the ghetto, from the slums, wanaandamana. These people, if you check, like you calculate, let's say today you are here, you are getting paid, let's say 500 by the end of the day. Let's say you are doing mjengo. you get 500 per day. In those 3 days, you would have made 1,500. We have gone for that mandamano. You have destroyed the mama bogas, kibanda, umeumia, you have done a lot. You go to hospital, use money. You see, like the mandamano, for me, I feel we have failed as a country.
We have failed as a nation. But again, one thing that is happening that is quite interesting or very peculiar about these mandamanos is that when you talk about the politicians, it's always the old men there talking about issues to the politics, them planning this and that. But when it comes to maybe the mandamano, that is where the youth are getting involved. Do you think this is an issue?
Yeah, this is a serious issue that we need to look into. You know, when I was young,
Yes, when you're young.
I was young.
Yes.
Around before the 2013 election.
Yes.
There is someone who came to lecture us, of course, in the primary school. Told us we are the leaders of tomorrow.
Yes.
And the leaders of today have made sure that tomorrow never come.
Yes.
Yeah, whenever tomorrow comes, we still find the same old people. This boy should know that no matter how good a dancer you are, if you stay for too long, you spoil everything. Yeah, a good dancer must know when to leave the stage.
So who do you think is dancing too long in the political arena?
That's known. It's a public knowledge. It's not in the public agora.
Okay.
Those who are dancing for too long.
Okay.
Yeah, and the only problem is that they are dancing to the same tunes. I think they should then change the tunes of the music. They might achieve their political objectives.
You see the former president, that is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, in one of his speeches actually in Bomas of Kenya, said that the youth are just but a time bomb, that if misused, may just are waiting actually to blow us off. What do you think about the youth and their involvement in Kenyan leadership and political structures? Is it genuine, and what exactly should we start now doing to ensure that the youth have got a place at the table of making decisions and not just given crumbs and tell this is how we want things done? They also get a chance to make decisions that affect them.
Yeah, Eugene, you know, the reason as to why youths are only important when it comes to the mandamanos and stuff, it's because the youths are jobless, because you'll never find an employed person going to the streets. In short, a politician only makes sense to a poor person, just like a pastor.
Okay.
Yeah, so the moment I'll tell you, go to the streets, it's about high cost of living, automatically you'll go. Yet in real sense, I have my own hidden agendas. Okay. Yeah, so it's time we youth realize that we should stop worshipping these politicians. Yeah, because some of us wamechukua hii sasa wamekaa kwa roho.
Okay.
So that nani akisema hivi. This sometime back nilisikia mwingine, there's one was saying that mimi hata Raila akisema nifukuze biangu leo nitamfukuza. You see how kind of the extent which we youths are brainwashed.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's the time we youths realize our place in society, and our place is not to go to the roads, not to throw stones, not to do one, etc. etc. Yeah.
Okay, quite interesting. But let me just ask you about maybe the bad politics that we have in the country, whereby we have had even the youth themselves, or rather the citizens, saying that we have leaders who tell us things. They promise us things, but they fail to do them. Several months later, wakiweka Biblia chini, and they've been like, it's quite chaotic. What do you think about these leaders who make promises, they fail to make them? What should be done to them? And do you think that there is any way actually where we don't have to wait for 5 years for us to correct the leaders that we have? Is there anything that maybe we can do hapa katikati, apart from mandamano? That is why people are mandamanaring.
Okay, for me, about the same, this is what I'll say. Just as I had said before, our elections were just a year ago, right? We have not yet given, the economy was already bad before the current president got there. So we should still give him time. I know he made a lot of promises that he hasn't delivered. Let me just be honest, he hasn't delivered yet. But we should give him time. We should not keep on like doing the like forcing things, forcing him to the government and to work for us. Let me tell you one thing. You see today people are going for the mandamano stuff. If today Raila unshakes Ruto, just it happened the other day. You know, Kenyans we forget so easily, like we forget so fast. It happened the other day. After the unshake, everyone just settled. The same way we settled for Uru's economy. That is the same way we should have settled, because we are wasting a lot of time. And in fact, everyone is thinking like Raila is fighting for us. Raila is fighting for his own benefits. That is what he did last time. Okay, he has just said that, fake promises, mandamano youths. Like, okay, me, I am not taking sides. Okay, I don't know where I'm getting aggressive, but at a point, like, we should give Ruto time. We should give the current government time. Again, we should wait. We should be patient. That is my point.
I get your point. But another question, still on mandamano, because you're talking about mandamano.
Yeah.
What do you think about arresting those leaders who are in opposition, who actually are advocating for mandamano, who are on the forefront for mandamano? What do you think about it? Don't you think that their rights and privileges in the society is being is
okay?
Actually, yes.
They're thank you. Their rights, okay, they should not be arrested. Like for the case of Babu Owino, he was arrested from the airport. Okay, I don't support that. That is wrong, since he had done nothing wrong.
Yes.
So I don't support that. But at the same time, these leaders, as long as they are already in the government, Babu Owino is an MP somewhere, right? They should show us their togetherness as our leaders. The moment Babu Owino stands, or the moment Ruto or Raila stands and shows us, go for mandamano. They wake up every morning, tell people go for mandamano, like they have already set a date for the Wednesday's mandamano. So when they say let's go for mandamano, they're showing us that the country is already split. So what do we do? Like as a government, what do we do to help people when you wako huku nje waone like everything inafaa kukua sawa? If these leaders are not guiding us, acha washikwe. Like washikwe wakalishwe chini, because they don't work together with the president. They don't work okay, like it's
but this is a democracy. You can't just say that someone's right to be infringed just because they're in opposition.
Okay.
I think that is how politics is, and that is how democracy. That is actually one of the beauties of democracy. If I'm not wrong,
yeah.
Maybe agree.
Okay, let me answer that one.
Okay.
Everyone has freedom, right? But let me ask you, Eugene, if today, suppose is leading a whole school, let's say we have a school, then is leading a whole school to strike. What will the school do? As a matter of fact, even in high school, ulikuwa ukifanya makosa, like unachoma shule, the school nini inakaa chini, inafanya nini inakutoa. And that is what the government should do, because in fact, I once supported Ruto, I once supported Raila. I support anybody mwenye ako kwa politics.
Have you ever voted?
Okay, yeah, I voted.
I know. Have you ever voted?
Yes, I voted last year.
You voted last year?
Yeah.
Okay, we are taking a very quick short break. We are going to talk about more other things like the finance bill, and of course, we're just getting to understand the political arena, how it is. And of course, we've dubbed this show as the Politico. We get to maybe talk about politics and, of course, issues that affect you. We talk about social issues. We talk about entertainment. And this is, of course, episode 2 of the radio show, Mwananchi Radio Show. Anything that matters to the Mwananchi, we give it to them. Well, we're taking a very quick short break, but we'll be right back.
Namshukuru Mola kwa kunipa hewa na dunia bure. Kama ingekuwa ni binadamu angenikatia hewa kitambo. Ona tuliowachagua wanatuchezea kama marioneti. Hakuna anayetujali, wamekuwa watumwa wa pesa. Bei ya unga inapanda wakati mahindi naoza kwa shamba. Maziwa inaganda wakati kwa duka bei inapanda. Maskini atazidi kuwa maskini na yetajiri atajiriki zaidi. Maskini atazidi kuwa maskini na yetajiri. Na wapigia makofi, makofi, makofi. Ni makateli makapeli, nishajua hawatujali. Na wapigia makofi, makofi, makofi. Hawachoki kutuchezea, nishajua hawatujali.
Hello, welcome back to this discussion, a very critical discourse for this country at this moment. We talk about matters politico, yeah, the matters politics. But of course, these are things that affect you. And of course, we have those people who are joining us, two young political leaders, if I may call it so. But we are talking about Mandamano right now. And someone will still ask, what is the end goal for this Mandamano? What does those people who are actually going for this mandama, what do they really want? What is the end game?
Yeah, that's a very nice question. But I want to talk from the viewpoint of an intellectual, someone who has gone through books. There's a book by Robert Greene called The 48 Laws of Power. The 13th law, just to put it into simpler terms,
Yes.
it says when asking for help from an ally or an enemy or a rival, do not approach them directly. They will ignore you. Rather, go with the interest of the people, but put your own demands under the interest of the people. And I think this is what Raila is trying to do. But besides all the good things that he has done, it's unfortunate that the kids of 21st century will only remember Raila for the maandamano, as the president quotes it, mtu wa kurusha mawe, mtu wa maandamano, mtu wa TB, mtialala kung'oa reli. So I think, besides the high cost of living and everything, Raila has his own personal interest, and that is what he's fighting for. Let's go back to 2017 after elections.
Okay.
Immediately Raila handshake to Uhuru. Did the cost of living go down? It didn't. If Raila was to handshake Ruto today, with the cost of unga be 90, it won't be. Yeah, so let's not all, let's leave the hula balloon be peddled in the public agora that, oh, so and so, so and so. Yeah, it's time we as citizens realize these people don't care about us. Yeah, and we make our own move. Yeah, no politicians coming to save you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about the finance bill?
Okay, about the financial bill, for me, I think from where the current president took the bill from, for me, I think I won't say it's too bad, ama iko sawa sana. But for me, I think he's trying to fix that financial bill for Ruto is trying to fix this country.
Okay.
I think it is for the benefit of the country. It is for the benefit of the people of Kenya. It's just that since Raila is there, if today Raila was not the opposition leader, you know we have the Luos. You are a Luo, and you guys muko na kiburi, like hamtaki kushindwa. Yeah, so if Raila was not in this picture, trust me, everything ingekuwa sawa. But since you want to support him even for the 10th time, you will still always say the financial bill inafinya huyu. But still, watu wanakula, watu wanalala. I know kuna watu wana struggle. But you can't be struggling and you're going for maandamano. If you're struggling, go to work. Like, it's that simple. If you're struggling, go to work. No, me for the financial bill, I know it is for the good of the Kenyan people. I know Ruto has a plan. All you need is just time.
Okay. Wow. From another perspective, do you think that Mandamano is very essential, even to this finance bill, as you talk about, as you also give us an insight of what you think about financial bill 2022, 2023, and actually what are the good things in this finance bill?
First, before I comment on the financial bill, I beg to read my intellectual friend from different scripts. Yeah, we must now read from different pages.
Okay.
Yeah, and even before I say anything, may she kindly withdraw the statement that we are known for watu wa kiburi. Ndio kushindwa.
Okay,
we are good people.
No, that is not what I mean.
Yeah. First thing the president must know, you cannot tax people to prosperity. Yeah. How do you tax people who don't have jobs? How do you tax people who have no income? People who live in hand-to-mouth jobs. Yeah, Ruto was talking about bottom-up, where you invest in the people, because that's where you get most of your revenue from. But now, how do you tax people with no jobs? instead of taxing people, first create jobs for them, create job opportunities for them. Yeah, and I think with jobs, people will be able to pay taxes. Yeah, because there's no way unaweza ile mwenye hana bado una kile kidogo ambacho ako nacho bado unachukua tu. This is kind of inhuman. Yeah, the worst thing you can do to human being is to deny them food. And this government is trying to deny Kenyans food through the high cost of living, through overtaxation. And President Ruto should look into this, and someone should tell him that he's naked. The only question is that who will tell him? Because at the moment, if you speak, my friend, utalala ndani for for someone like me who doesn't have a lawyer. I'm sure I'll be there for not less than 1 month. So I think the financial bill has no good part. It's an enemy of the people and should be revised. Yeah, we don't need houses. We need food. With food, we will cater for our own demands. We look for our own houses. Yeah, so I think that's it. And with the mandamano, in as much as it won't stop until the cost of living comes down, until the financial bill is revised, then the mandamano will be useless.
But also ask the question about this finance bill 2022, 2023, 2024. I mean, what do you think about it? Is it something that is good for Kenyans? And which particular, maybe if you can give the particulars of the finance bill, more so those that interest you a lot, those that you think that maybe are good, and those that you think that are quite bad.
Yeah, I think, let me take you back to during campaigns before the 2022 elections. I remember the then Deputy President, William Ruto. Yeah, and I quote, he was addressing some, I don't remember the specific place, but he said that hii mafuta watu wanaongeza taxes kila mara, hawajui kile ambacho wanafanyia hawa wananchi. Months after elections, is now the one adding taxes on petroleum. We know that for a country to run, first the cost of petrol must be down, because most things depend on petrol. For vehicles to move, we need petrol. If the taxes are high, transport will be high. Kenyans won't afford the petroleums and stuff. Yeah, so I don't see anything good in the finance bill unless it is revised. Yeah.
You also share the same view that there is nothing good in finance bill 2023-2024?
Okay, I am not supporting that. Just as I said, and I will keep repeating, we need... Okay, like, Ruto is trying to fix... It's not even Ruto. The current government is trying to fix what... They already found the economy ikiwa mbaya.
Okay. Okay, I want us to discuss about something quite different, but still within the politics, but now the youth. Now, what can now the youths do to ensure that we have a better tomorrow through politics? What can the youth do?
Okay, for
Or
me...
what is the place of the youth in the Kenyan politics towards the future?
Okay, for me, this is what I'll say. You see, as long as today you are youth, just as my friend said here, he said he will be a politician in the near future. You have said that, and as long as he's not yet the politician, he's not yet a politician right now, he can see all the problems that the country are facing. Let's take so he thinks that when he gets there, he will work for us. Tumpatie hiyo kiti. Let's take example like this guy called... Anitwa nani? There's this guy who sang that song Kigeugeu and whatever. Yeah, exactly. That guy alikuwa naimba, unasikia anasema venye politicians wametudisappoint nini, because he was not a leader. No, he's a leader. What has he done? Nothing. Kuna kitu amefanya? Hakuna kitu amefanya. Enda place yake. Those people don't have road. Those people sit in the road wakiomba job. Awa mama wanakanga huko kwa mama wakiomba vibarua. But he sang that song. The moment, like, if you are youth and you want to get to the government, I'm talking to you, you want to get into the government, right? If you get there, work for the nation. Don't go there and be like him. Sakaja was also a musician at a point. Ako kwa gava. Ameshinda ametusmile hapa with the dimples and stuff. We gave him that seat and stuff. Ako kwa government. We want to see him do something. We want to see the streets of Nairobi clean. We want to see all that water, whatever, zikiwa zimeoshwa. Sewages zimejaa Nairobi. He said that he will work for us. If you are a youth, ingia government, work. juu munasema tu, we are all talking. So I think this is the right time that since you voted, you guys who voted or we voted, the point is this is the right time for us as Kenyans to understand that amtawai make wrong decision tena kwa maisha yenu. It will be a point of no return.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, agree. What is the position, or what is actually the relevance now of the youth in the Kenyan politics going forward towards determining a better future for this country? What is their place in the politics?
When you look at the current political situations in the country, you know, most of the voters are youths. That's a fact. We are the majority. And therefore, if we were to decide that we want to elect a liberal-minded person, then we'll certainly do so, regardless of deep state and whatever. Because I believe today, if we are to decide that we march to State House, regardless of how many of us will die because of gunshots, obviously, automatically, one day we'll reach there. Yeah, but it's so unfortunate that we, as the youths, are used as a bargain tool for with the politicians. The only time our relevance is seen is when we're supposed to go for Mandamano. We did it in campaigns. We had been given handouts, 500 shillings. 500 shillings can't even buy you unga for 2 days. Yeah, so it's time we youths realize, it's time we come to reality and realize that these people have been using us all along. And that's why someone like me, I'm not a political slave to anyone. No one can tell me go to Mandamano and I go. No one will tell me Tanzania kuchini and I go. Yeah, I'm not a political slave to anyone. So it's time, if youth can think as I do, then I believe not far from now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Agri. Thank you so much, Chuma, for having this insightful conversation with us, and of course, you for quite following us this far. Well, I want to just give you maybe 30 seconds, maybe to give your final remarks. What do you think generally about the politics of the day?
Okay, for me, thank you. Thank you very much for today and for the time. This is what I would say. My general point would be this: let's give the current government time. Youths tutumia akili, because we're not thinking. We are being used in the wrong way. When it comes to maandamano, munaitwa. When it comes to job opportunities, they call their family and their relatives and their sons and daughters. So tutumia akili, tusikwe pushed to do the wrong things, yet we are not thinking about ourselves. That is my last word. Like, tujifikirie. Let's think. Kila mtu ajifikirie. Think about who is Eugene. Think about who is future. Like, think about yourself. Don't think about usitumike vibaya. Yeah.
Quite interesting. Agree.
It's saddening as a country that around 10 months after election, the president is back on top of a vehicle, campaigning. I don't know if it's campaigning or trying to tell people that I'm doing good. Yeah, no, I've always said, if someone knows he has done good, you don't have to take 30 minutes explaining what you've done. Let those things that you've done talk for themselves. It's also quite saddening that 10 months after the election, the opposition hasn't moved on from the elections. And even some people in the government haven't also moved on. They should now accept, yes, they won. Let them now perform their duties. Let them deliver to the nations, to the citizens. Yeah, that's what I can tell them. Let them deliver. Elections are over. Yeah, there's a contract between them and the citizens, between now and 2027. Let them deliver so that we may decide whether to elect them or not in 2027. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Agri. Thank you so much, Chuma. This is the Mwananchi Radio Show. My name is Eugene Quach, where we get to talk matters and issues. We give insights on social issues, entertainment, and much issues that affect you and every person around you. Well, this is the second episode of the Mwananchi Radio Show, and thank you so much for joining us. But of course, we have music right up for you. But of course, for now, bye-bye.
Barua toka Jaramogi na Kenyatta, wanauliza kama Kenya kuko sawa. Nikawajibu Kenya tuko na disaster, watoto wetu wanazidi kuzikana. Na Tomboya ameshika tama, alituacha kama angali kijana. Je, angekuwa mambo yangekuwa sawa? Ndivyo walivyopanga Maulana. Deni mulizoacha bado tunalipa, na tumekopa zingine China, tukajenga reli pia barabara, zilizobaki watu wakasanya. So tujiangalie, tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana, sikio la kufa halisikii dawa, tuko kwa Twitter tunajibizana. Tujiangalie bade, tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana, tusipoziba ufa tutajenga kuta, tusake zetu tungali vijana.
Waumini kwa matrina, pasi kwa bima, kushoto fungu la 10 sadaka kulia. Ndio maana mbele ya kanisa mheshimiwa anakula sakramenti kabla ya raia. Siku za mwisho zimeshawadia na revelation inatuambia hii generation inachoma picha, ni generation yetu, so tujiangalie. Tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana, sikio la kufa halisikii dawa, tuko kwa Twitter tunajibizana. Tujiangalie, tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana, tusipoziba ufa tutajenga kuta, tusake zetu tungali vijana.